Hi there, it's Gillian, and welcome back to the Gillian Kane Connection podcast. I'm your host, Gillian Kane, and on my podcast, we speak about everything from sexuality, spirituality, conscious relationships, soul work, purpose, and everything in between. I'm the founder of the 3 stages of the healer's path, which is purpose, partnership, and prosperity. And I believe it is the only way to reach our human highest potential in this lifetime. We are on a journey as a soul in this lifetime, and this isn't our only lifetime. So, following these 3 steps to the healer's path and to ascension is something that I teach all of my clients on a daily basis. Now, today I wanted to talk about the 7 practical things that you can do every day to align with your soul and your highest timeline so you can connect to your purpose. Now, purpose is a massive thing that so many people are striving to understand, and everyone wants to be living their purpose. And there's such a misconception that your purpose is your career. And whilst, yes, absolutely, your career can be a huge part of your purpose is ultimately you. Your purpose is to understand who you are at the deepest level as a soul and to activate your own soul gifts through your intuition. Now, that is why this is such a key component of the first stage of my unique healer's path. It is purpose. And at this stage, we are activating your soul gifts. We're activating your intuition, your psychic abilities, so that you can discover your purpose and live your life aligned to that purpose every single day. The work that I do is for the rebel soul. And I coined that because the rebel soul for me is someone that isn't afraid to go against the grain, someone that is seeking truth, the truth of who they are, the truth of the universe, that knows there's magic in the world and isn't afraid to ask those questions and seek those answers. The rebel soul is someone that wants to live as authentically as they can, that wants a life of freedom, and that wants it all. That wants that soulmate relationship, those soulmate clients, family members, friendships. Someone that is living in line with their purpose every single day. And eventually creating prosperity in their life by doing the work that lights up their soul. So this is why I wanted to give you some easy things that are really going to help you to connect with your soul and with your purpose and align you to that highest timeline of what is actually possible for you in this life. Like, you don't have to be stuck. Like, we all get to choose our highest timeline. So here are some ways that I found can help us do that. And the first one may come as no shock to anyone, but it's meditation. Spending time each day in just a quiet reflection to connect with your inner self, to connect with your intuition, honestly, it's so simple, but yet so effective. And meditation can honestly come in so many different forms. You can just sit and breathe for a moment. You can just put your hand on your heart and connect to your heart. You can ask your own self questions and see what information you receive. You can ask for signs and synchronicities as you go about your day and stay open to recognizing when they come through. You can follow a guided meditation that can help you connect to your higher self. The more that you connect with your own intuition and your higher self is when you connect to your soul. And that's honestly how you can connect to your own truth. Because understanding yourself deeply is honestly the key to discovering your purpose. And so many of us are disconnected from who we are. So many of us are disconnected with distractions, with modern day world and society, with technology, with instant gratification, everything at our fingertips to keep us distracted from taking those moments to tune into who we are at the core, what our needs are, what our passions are, what we truly want. And this is where meditation can come in. Now, another thing that I found so useful is to start every day by setting clear intentions that are aligned with your soul's purpose and your highest timeline. So you can, again, do this in meditation. You can add this in a bit of a ritualistic fashion. You can add things like essential oils, obviously good quality, good grade essential oil, to help infuse your intention into the physical. You can work with crystals. You can pull like a tarot card or an oracle card to help set your intentions for the day. But we go through life so unintentional. Like, think about it. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you go in the shower, you make yourself a tea, you head to work. Like, most of us start the day being completely unconscious about the things that we're doing. Like, we're doing all those things probably every day on autopilot without lack of intentionality. And when we're letting our subconscious rule our day and the start of our day specifically, like all like things that we aren't aligned to can manifest in that day. But when we take the reins of our life and choose intentionality, we can reroute that to our soul's purpose and our highest timeline. And you can say this out loud. You can just set this intention in your head to experience the day aligned with your soul's purpose and highest timeline and see what shifts happen. See how you move through your day. See what experiences or people come into your reality. Intention is strong, guys. Like, setting intentions are so powerful. But yet again, for so many of us, we just walk through life unconscious. And this is what I want to help people do, is get to this level of really living as conscious life as possible. Being as conscious about who we are, our behaviors, our thoughts, our habits, so we can rewire those and shift those to align and match like the highest possibilities for us. Because you have so many possibilities that you could be living in your life, but it's just knowing how to be able to tap into them. So this is why these are great things that you can do and you can integrate into your daily life. Now, the third thing is something that I do every morning and every night is practice gratitude. So I like to really feel it, and it could just be the smallest things in your life. The things that don't have to be so difficult or grandiose that you're grateful for. Because sometimes when we try to think our way into gratitude, it just doesn't work. So, like, I don't even do this at a set time. I do this all the time now. And there's certain things that I feel really grateful for. Like, everyone will have their specifics. So, for example, it's getting cold at the moment. This is one of mine. So, it's getting a little bit cold at the moment. And when I'm wrapped on the sofa or in bed with like a blanket on, and my cats are very affectionate, FYI guys, if I haven't mentioned this already. So them just cuddling in to me and just being so affectionate and sweet and cute, and we're all like using each other as a hot water bottle. Like, those are the moments of quality time and physical touch that are like, I am so grateful for. Obviously, quality time and physical touch are two of my strongest love languages. So it's things like that that I feel so grateful for, that really like light me up. And those aren't big grandiose things. Those are just the simple things of feeling love and affection and warmth. Even things like waking up in the morning in my bed and in my beautiful bedroom, that, and having again the warmth of the blankets on me as I wake up into like a beautiful environment. I always feel so grateful for that security and that safety and having a beautiful space to wake up into. Like, it's again, I just want to make it like really easy for you guys to know that adding these to your day doesn't have to be difficult, doesn't have to take loads of time. It's something that like is just so easy. And the more that you do that, the more that you'll start to really feel into those moments of gratitude when they're happening. And you can just show that gratitude by just amplifying that feeling in your body. You know, some people like to write them out. Some people like to just say them out loud. Whatever works for you, do it. You know, because I'll sometimes write them out. Like, it'll just change depending on what I feel like. And this is another thing of the way that I teach. It's like, yeah, it's great to have a certain framework, i.e., write them out all the time, but I'm like, go with your intuition. I want to encourage you to use your intuition in every moment. So if you feel like just amplifying those feelings of gratitude in those moments, do it. If you want to write it down, do it. If you want to speak it out loud, do it. Just do what feels good for you. And that is perfect. And another thing, which really ties in quite nicely to, I suppose, the meditation piece, but listening to your inner voice. You know, learning to trust your intuition and your inner guidance will always lead you to your highest path. Again, because we're so disconnected from our own inner voice, our own inner wisdom, our own inner oracle, we feel lost, we feel stuck, we feel just not aligned with our purpose. So learning to tap into the way that our intuition speaks to us by heightening our psychic senses, the clairs, is so key. Understanding how you receive your unique individual intuitive nudges. That's what's going to lead you to your purpose. Being disconnected or not listening to your intuition or your gut is going to lead you down a fucking garden path, and a rocky one at that. And I know sometimes people are unsure if it's their fears or their intuition talking sometimes, especially when you have to make choices in your life. And that's why it's so important to really be able to develop your own psychic senses, your own ways of intuition, because how you receive your intuitive nudges, how you work with your guides, how you work with your higher self may be completely different to how I do. So learning what is key and unique for you and what your unique soul gifts are is the path, guys. It is the way forward. And something else that I do, and was again a big game changer for me, is really trying to live like each day in alignment with my own values. Like, for so long, I was doing things or making choices that didn't really reflect my own personal values and my own personal beliefs. And that just took some time to get to know who I was, to understand like what my needs were, what my beliefs were, what my values were, and get to a place where I was so strong in who I was as a person, as an individual, that I knew what I stood for, and I knew what I believed in, and I knew my values were. And I found out over time that a lot of those didn't align with many other people that I had in my life in the past. And you might be experiencing this yourself, that for years you've gone along with the crowd or the status quo, and it actually isn't who you are. But you were doing it because that was normal, in inverted commas. That's what everyone else did. So ensuring that like whatever your actions are in life, whatever your steps are, whatever you're investing your time or energy in is in harmony with your own soul, is in harmony with your soul's journey. Because when we don't listen to that, and when we start to do things for other people or just to be liked or just to fit in, is when we're completely out of alignment with our soul. And I'll take this as a prime example: drinking alcohol. I obviously I used to party. I partied a lot in my life. And then when I got more in touch with my intuition, when I got more in touch with my soul, when I was communicating with myself every single day, with my guides, and enhancing my own soul's abilities and soul gifts, and connecting to my purpose, everything that I did was focused around that. And everything that wasn't my truth, that wasn't for my own benefit or my health, that everybody else in my life was still doing, I just said no. I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me anymore. That doesn't align to me anymore. I'm not doing that. And like this is a step in your spiritual evolutionary journey where it's a crossroads, because you might be at that stage where you're afraid to like leave people behind, or feel like, oh, if I don't do these things, then I'm not going to be liked anymore. I'm going to lose this friendship. But trust me, everything will work out. If that person isn't meant to be in your life, then they won't be. But you're going to make space for people that are more aligned to what you truly desire. And by you really stepping into your own self and starting to take the actions in your life that align with your own soul, you'll be so surprised that you're like, in a way, you give permission other people to do the same. And you might be shocked at who comes on the ride with you. So, firstly, you need to get to know yourself at the soul level to understand actually who you are. So you can understand what your values, your beliefs, your needs are. And then, seventh, prioritize self-care. I mean, this feels like a no-brainer, but we don't do it, right? So the biggest thing to really align with our soul, really align with our purpose of who we are and what we've come here to do, is to create self-care practices that not only nurture your body, but nurture your mind and your spirit. So it really allows you to show up fully and authentically in the world. And that could be yoga, that could be spending time in nature, there's so many different healing modalities, journaling, working with energy healing. Sometimes it's just saying no and having boundaries, eating better foods, eliminating toxins and chemicals from your environment. There's so many ways to practice self-care. And this is why I always say, like, have a look at what your love languages are. Because sometimes the best self-care for you will revolve around those things, where you feel more nurtured. So I want to leave you with this. I want you to get out a journal and start to write down what are the things that truly fulfill you, that make you feel the most nurtured and honored that you love doing, that maybe you don't do enough. What are those things in your life? And maybe it's as simple as reading a book or taking a bath or just saying no to those friends that always want to hang out. Really just take some time now and sit with yourself and ask your soul, ask your heart, what is it that I need the most to nurture my mind, body, and soul? What are the next most aligned steps that I could take to connect with myself further or to connect with my purpose? So I hope you found these useful, guys. As I said, these are things that I do that I've integrated into my daily life that has allowed me to feel so connected to who I am, so in line with my purpose and the work that I'm doing in this world. Where even in the times of self-doubt, I can come back and connect to myself and know that I'm not alone, know that I have all of the answers inside me to be able to navigate my life with ease and stability that at once I never had. And if you're looking for more support in this area, if you want to activate your own soul gifts, your intuition, so you can connect with yourself at the deepest level, so you can align with your highest timeline and your purpose, so you can navigate soulmate relationships with ease, so you can show up authentically and start to do the work that you're meant to do in this world, then join me for my upcoming Rebel Soul School, the only psychic school for Rebel Souls. It is launching very, very soon. And if you have any questions around it, then you can DM me on Instagram. And you can also join my free masterclass, my free Rebel Soul Psychic Development Masterclass that I'll be hosting in a couple of weeks. The links will be below in the description box, and I cannot wait to see you there. We're going to be helping you to connect with your own intuition, to help you realize your own intuitive nudges. We're going to be clearing out some psychic blocks and helping you to connect with your unique soul gifts. So if you're keen, then all the details are below. Join the link, sign up, save your spot, and I will see you there. Love you and later, guys. Speak to you later. Bye.